The border is one that I have been paying a lot of attention to because of my interest in things Mexican. And it shows something about Biden that I think is not well enough appreciated, which is the ruthlessness with which this administration conducted itself. That the reason there has not been a rush to the border, as everybody predicted would happen when many of these Trump measures that were erected during the pandemic were removed, was that Biden has done a very cynical deal with the Mexican authorities. There's a very authoritarian Mexican president who's up for reelection, not reelection, whose term ends in the summer of 2024. He's trying to elect a hand-picked successor. In order to achieve that election of his hand-picked successor, that Mexican president, Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, has been dismantling a lot of Mexican democratic reforms of the past quarter century. And Biden has said to him, in effect, you solve the border problem for me, however you do it. And I don't want to know how you're doing it. You solve that problem for me. You do one or two other little things that I want as well about trade and corn, and you will hear nothing from me about what you're doing to Mexican democratic institutions. And Lopez Obrador has taken that deal, and he is keeping in very harsh ways, in ways that make Ron DeSantis's and Greg Abbott's airplane journeys look like, luxury vacations. In very harsh ways, Lopez Obrador is keeping the immigrants away from the southern border, and in return, he's being allowed to dismantle Mexican democracy. That's a tough set of actions by President Biden, and I don't know whether President Biden would even articulate to himself what he's done, but that's what he's done.